Welcome back to Stooge Stream for another episode. I'm your host, the Stooge, and this is Video Games Pickups. I have a stack. I've got 8 new Lynx games, a couple of PSP games, and a PS4 game, so let's get right into it so we don't sit here for too long. A really fun shoot 'em up on the Lynx, and G-Banks had actually never played a Lynx before, so I threw this on, and he kind of got hooked on it really quickly, and that's Gates of Xenocon. Hopefully that's somewhat right. Side-scrolling, shoot 'em up, lots of fun, really good game, well worth checking out. Classic arcade game port. I only played this a little bit, it only arrived today just to check if it worked and everything was all good. Ep3. So this is you're a cop car and you've kind of got to guide the police car through mazes and get objectives and stuff. It's actually quite fun. This is a third-person shooter that is kind of a precursor to first-person shooter-esque games. You're running through a maze trying to find your way to the exit where you can buy power-ups and that type of thing with the money and items that you found along the way. It's another arcade port and it is Zybots, and this is actually really fun as well. I like digital pinball. Not everybody's a fan of digital pinball, especially from this era. It was a little bit slow, it was a little bit jerky, but it's still fun. And I got Pinball Jam and featuring Elvira. This is really cool if you're into that era's digital pinball. If you're not, it will be slow and a little bit jerky, but I love digital pinball games, so I was very much into that. That one's really cool, so I'm going to save that. That one's really cool too. Actually, these last 4 are really good. So this is one that I haven't heard great things about, but I got it for cheap, so I was like, no worries, I'll check it out. And it's actually really fun. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but more of a shooter, kind of, because you can just switch to your gun, and I'd recommend just using that. There's no way not to get hit in this game, so it's not about that. It's about getting through it as quickly as possible to get to the next life, health item, and so forth. It's Dirty Larry Renegade Cop. It's actually really fun. I don't know which one to do next. Okay, I'll do this one next. It's a really cheap Lynx game and one that I definitely recommend getting. It's not what you think it is. Basketball. Now, I thought it was going to be like an arch rival style game. It's not. It's actually more of a beat-em-up on a basketball court. It's a one-on-one beat-em-up where you need to score points using the basketball. There's other people on the side of the court that throw knives and throw items for you to use to beat the crap out of the competitor. It's really weird, but it's so much fun and it's very addictive. Another arcade port, which is a must-have if you have the Lynx. I just got this today and I've already played the first couple of levels of it because it's a great game and the Lynx version of it's really good. Rygar. There's no more to say about Rygar. And finally, the one I've been saving. So this is a cross between a shoot 'em up and an RPG. So already people's ears are like, wait, what? That's right. It's a shoot 'em up where you earn money, and at the end of each level you can buy extra lives, weapon upgrades, bomb upgrades, all sorts of things. So the better you do on each level, the easier the next level is going to be. It is really good. It's Zara Law Mercenaries. Really good Lynx game. The good thing about the Lynx as well is everything's relatively cheap. Nothing's all that expensive, so if you're not into the console, we're thinking about getting something new, a handheld console, the Lynx is a really good place to start. Console itself can be a bit of an investment, but the actual games themselves are fairly cheap. In a very short period of time, you've seen I've built up like a very quality Lynx collection, and it hasn't cost me all that much. Next up, I got 2 PSP games in the latest stack of games. 2 RPGs. So these are going to be long-term investment games, because it takes forever to get through RPGs. Valhalla Knights. If one of my last videos, you would have seen that. The PSP Hidden Gems. I had this running on the console. Good RPG, Rising Star Games. Anytime you see Rising Star Games on a box, get it. And one of the Final Fantasy games that I didn't have, I've got most of the PSP ones, but I didn't have this one. So Final Fantasy Tactics, The War of the Lions. It's a strategy, tactics, turn-based RPG. You know, like your Bravely Defaults and that type of thing. Very cool. And the last game for this video, as I said, it's just going to be a short one. I saw someone playing this online recently, and it says Rising Star Games on it, so straight off the bat, I knew it was going to be quality of some description. It's a compilation, and one of the games is like a turn-based shooting strategy game, and the other one's like a platform mining kind of Minecraft but 2D but not type game. What I'm talking about is the SteamWorld Collection, which is SteamWorld Heist and SteamWorld Dig. Two very good games. This is limited print, so there's not a billion copies of this sitting around. You're not going to see it absolutely everywhere. I paid up for it. It cost me $48, but at the end of the day, I think that's well worth it. And keep in mind, that's $48 Australian, so it's 30% less in the US. It's like 40% less in the UK, and Canada's about the same as us. But $48 for a limited print game that's supposed to be really good by Rising Star, which you're not going to see a billion copies of normally anyway. I'm happy with that. I'm happy. So, not a bad little haul there. A stupid stack of Lynx games. Let's make it rain with Lynx games. Yep. So what have you picked up recently? Let me know in the comments below. I always like to know what everyone else is getting, so I know what to keep my eyes out for myself. Is there anything you're looking to start collecting in 2017? I'd love to hear about it. Another thing I want to pick up some more games for is my WonderSwan collection, because it's really neglected. I've only got a handful of titles for it. I really should get some more WonderSwan games. And until next time, don't forget, adventure, excitement, Stooge craves not these things. Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.